England are heading home. Their World Cup dream is over. And once again, the English fans are left scratching their heads on what could have been in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Welcome back to the channel, guys. What a morning it's been. There's been some absolutely mental results, and we've got lots to unpack. But if you are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos on the World Cup or the Premier League with this crazy season of football that we're having. But let's talk about the game of the moment right now. It's England versus France, and France are going through to a semi-final in the hopes of retaining the World Cup for the first time in their history, but also for the first time since 1962 when Brazil managed to do it. What a game of football this was. It was definitely the definition of a tale of two halves. I felt the first half of this game was one of the most entertaining games of football I've watched in a very long time. It was very end-to-end. There were lots of chances. Both teams looked very, very good. And then half-time sort of come with Chouamani scoring very early. And then that sort of put the game into a bit of a different mode. France, I always felt were in control of the game. There were definitely periods where England were quite dominant with their possession and with their ability to go forward. But I never felt that this game was out of France's control whatsoever, and there's lots to unpack. Kylian Mbappe, although he didn't score, still looked very, very dangerous for France, which, if you're Morocco, you don't want to be coming up against Kylian Mbappe in that form. Olivier Giroud looks unbelievable as well. He's just scoring for fun, but there's only one thing that we can talk about. It's in the thumbnail. Harry Kane scores one penalty, does what he does, but then backs it up with an absolute missile finder in the sky, and it's, I reckon, that ball's still finding its way back to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Very disappointing, I guess, from a personal perspective. It would be for Harry Kane. No one wants to have that opportunity and not take it, but it's a credit to him to step up after he's already scored one penalty. He is, England's most prolific penalty goal scorer in this team at the moment as well, so you definitely can't blame him for that result. But it's one of those ones where England fans are going to be left saying what could have been, because, get it to 2-2 quite late on in the game, then you never know what might have happened. There's just, with England, it's just one of those ones where I feel like the talent's there. Gareth Southgate, I was questioning the substitutions and when he was making them. He left, players like Grealish on the bench for way too long. The minute Giroud scores in that 78th minute, you got to be making more wholesale changes than that. Get fresh legs on, get someone to support Harry Kane, get Callum Wilson on, whoever it is that needs to go up front, change shape, change your system, because you need to find a goal. And I just never felt that England actually adapted to that situation. I felt they just kept trying to plug away at what they were doing. So I feel like that was pretty mismanaged in that last sort of 10, 15 minutes, even going into that added time of 8 minutes. And Lloris, albeit England had 8 shots on target, I didn't feel he needed to make any big saves, where Jordan Pickford makes a really great save from Giroud as he hits that volley with not much power, but still needs to make a good save. And I just felt like Pickford probably needed to do more in the game than Lloris, and that's a credit to France's defence, because France's defence hasn't been fantastic. We spoke about that the other day. But other than obviously conceding 2 penalties, which again isn't fantastic, they still managed to hold England out, really. And, this is an England team with a lot of creativity with Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka, and, opportunities for them to create with even Jude Bellingham, who I thought was quite quiet on the night. But he's not going to play, step up every single game for England, and that's when they need someone to take the game by the scruff of the neck, which didn't happen, which is unfortunate. But for France, I felt that was probably their most complete performance of the tournament, other than probably knocking Australia over 4-1. I thought France were very, very solid. I felt they didn't give up too many clear opportunities. I thought they defended quite well, and I thought they controlled possession really well when they needed to. And Mbappe looks unbelievable out on the break. Dembele was quite quiet, so if you add a fit firing Ousmane Dembele to go with Griezmann, who was absolutely sensational. Watching Griezmann play in that number 10 role, he's just a different player compared to when he plays up front. I was very, very impressed with Antoine Griezmann. Giroud just keeps on scoring goals. He's a fine wine. He's getting better with age. Olivier Giroud, you wouldn't want to verse him either in semi-final if you're Morocco, or the final if you're going to be Argentina or Croatia. But the main headline for me right now is, are England wasting this generation of players with Gareth Southgate? I feel like any reputable manager would be really keen to take this team on, and I feel like they're not going to get anywhere with Gareth Southgate. So let me know what your thoughts are. England are out. Harry Kane, let me know. He needs to put that penalty on target. He's absolutely blasted over the bar. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share the videos around, and I'll see you very, very soon for more World Cup action.